Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel Spiritual Talk. Uh, Today we're going to talk about psychics, okay, and how I came to, uh, let's see here for a sec, how I came to find out. I should have had this done, but you think one thing and something else is different. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the psychic in you and how I found out that I was a psychic. It's actually real, The Psychic in You. Okay. I didn't fully read the book, but I know I started reading it, and I don't like reading a whole lot. Never did in school either. So I'm more of a visual audio learner. Moving on, now back when it all started, uh, in well, like I said before, in 2019 I died, and then in 2020 I ended up going to Alberta to try and get some medical help, medical treatment for my physical problems that I was having, because it was like I said before, my body felt like it was leaving and what have you, and my rib cage was caving in, and couldn't figure out why my blood pressure would skyrocket, my oxygen levels would drop, and what have you. So now I got in 2020, I got in Alberta. It was, I believe, on the 5th of February. And on the 5th of February, when I got there, I had my room and I was upstairs sitting on the bed. And I got out a piece of paper and I just decided that I was going to start drawing. Just one second, please. You'll see. I should have been a little more prepared, but you know how it is. Sometimes, like, things don't happen the way you expect. Drink lots of water. I've been drinking coffee some, and I shouldn't be. Not a whole lot, and I'm trying to avoid it. The water gets the body flowing, and it actually feels much better. And I owe that to one of my spirit guides for pointing that out, and someone very close to me. Um, you're welcome. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. So I arrived in Alberta on the 5th, and on February 8th, I was sitting on the bed, and I got out a piece of paper and a pen, and I decided that I was going to just start drawing. So when I started, because I was going to draw a face, okay? Because, so as I started to draw, I just kept expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. And when I get the picture, it's like, wow, okay. And when I showed the person that I was boarding with, he told me it looked very barbaric. Okay. So I showed this picture before, and I'm going to, oh crap, show it again. Okay. And I hope you all can see that. Maybe it's, maybe this one's a little better. Okay. If you all can see that, it does look pretty, right out there. If you look though, I've actually drawn everything that's happening now. Okay. Which is the apocalypse, the unveiling of the truth. So my psychic abilities was saying, okay, this is what's happening. So all these lines through the earth is the chemtrails. Okay. And as you can see, I know you can figure that out just by looking at it. Okay. Zoology, everything. Okay. And then there was like faces in the sky and ants and what have you. Well, you look up at the clouds And you yourself can see and notice that, wait a minute, there are weird things happening. Like we're seeing faces in the clouds, because I've seen other people take pictures of it. Okay. And I'm talking actual, it's like a face, or you're seeing eyes looking at you. Well, if you want to look at me, here I am. Look at me. Do you like what you see? I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the ones that are like right now, as you know, it's like the world has blown up, but it's the truth is coming out, but the good is already in place. Okay. It's going to come. So we all need you to hang on and keep going. Find the truth, and don't be afraid to say it. Don't push it on someone, as we stated before, because it's just causing us to fight with one another, and we don't want to be fighting with one another. Some just aren't ready to hear it. Okay, and we need to be there because it's going to be hard for some people to handle. Okay, because the economy, everything is collapsing. They're not showing a lot of stuff on our mainstream, because like I found out today that Europe is collapsing, like small businesses and medium-sized businesses are going under, which it shouldn't be the small businesses. But we already know that, right? Because it's your friend, it's your neighbor, it's your father, your brother, your sister. It's their business that are going under because they can't afford to stay afloat. So this is where we need to be there for one another and come together in family, in unity, be a community. Again, the way it was supposed to be. We were supposed to work together. Like I said before, I know that one day soon there's going to be a barn raising, and everybody knows about a barn raising, and we haven't had one of those in a very long time. Okay. I'm feeling people intensely. That's part of the psychic, the empath part. In my solar plex, it gets all knotted up and cramped. I don't even, like, I know it's all happening. It's not that I'm dumb to it. I've seen it, and I've experienced the darker side of it, where they try to harm you, what have you. But we are strong. Okay, we may be like, we're mighty strong as one. But when we're together as one, we are a rock. We stand firm. We stand tall. And I haven't given up. And I haven't walked away. I've been telling people of what's happening. But like I said, some people, they just don't want to hear it. And I don't want to fight with family. I don't want to fight with people. Okay? Just, if you already know what's happening, just be ready to be there for the people that it makes them feel like they're gone crazy, like they're losing their minds. Okay? Because we can do this, each and every one of us. Okay? I've been feeling a lot of anxiety, and it's like it's not my own, because I'm wondering, like, what do I have anxiety about? Like I know that sometimes it's like, oh, I want to just run and leap out of my skin, as I said. But that's the part that sees the stuff happening, but I know it's like stay firm, stay grounded, and know that good things are coming. Good things are already here. Okay? They're just not in reach at the moment. But they're prepared. They're ready. Okay? This picture here, I took it to a crystal place, and they told me that I drew the apocalypse, right from the hierarchy right down to the new birth. Well, this here is what we're looking at now. This is what has already been, what we're seeing now. It's just coming out. God has taken the veil, and we're starting to wake up and see through it. Okay, so that's the veil being removed. Okay, that's what they were showing us, or trying, like, keeping, but we're all seeing it now. Okay, that's what we were living in. A few months ago, I sat down and hold on, sorry. Yaskana askane matutele, kutushklena skriotore, equale, kunumana amenikati, Kiskim Amalias Kureta, Ele Kore, Kumea Manakore, Toin Eske Toya, Kelele Kule Manakaria, Okushkale Ariara, and Nikiaskare etutie, Kileda Tutoi Akademi, Mikana Equeskia, Kiskia Totole Ekale Matakoria Patikiti Keska and Kutike, Kulala Kuleme, Mikitino Mikusque, Kuskure Askara Askariama, Neno not Nekrie, Kule Arokia. Okay, so I sat down and I started drawing. And this time, what I started with was, I started with a house. Okay. And home is within you. Okay. Your house is in here. We're a unit. Okay. Because the home is where the heart is. So we are a unit. Unity. So as I drew this, as you can see, I hope, the lighting might be, let's see. I don't know if my lighting is a little off, or, maybe that's a little better. Okay. So as you can see, I have the house and the universe of unity. Okay. It's abundance. We got the family playing, the trees, the free energy. We have it all. Okay. This is what's coming. This is what we're getting through to. This is what has been prophesized. Okay. I'm not saying I prophesized this. I'm saying that the psychic in me come through to show me. And now I'm showing you. Because that is part of why I'm here. As I said, like, some of you have had dreams, and there's been videos where people have been finding really big apples. Okay. It's, you've been noticing different animals, different plants. I know someone that told me a few times that they've noticed different plants that come up in their yard this year that never came up before. So it's part of the new coming in. So it is scary. Okay, it is very scary. Like, when I see it, I get angry. We've been, some of us, like, we've been having dreams, right? Okay, weird dreams, strange dreams. I had someone who does a video, and they said that a lot of people have been having dreams of a tsunami. Well, they're not sure if it's a literal tsunami, or if it is a tsunami of consciousness just going poof. Okay. Now, a dream that I had it about a month ago, and it's really strange because, like I said, it's kind of the psychic in you. You're told your psychic side tells you things. You see things before they happen, or you see things that like just doesn't, like, you don't know exactly so much where sometimes, but it just feels so real. Sometimes it's that you've experienced it and you just don't remember because we've been zapped. Okay. But now we're all starting to remember. Now, the dream that I had, was in the house, and we ended up with a really big storm. Okay. A storm that literally was shaking the house. You could feel the whole house shaking. And I went over to one side of the room, and someone come over, and they told me, no, you got to come to this side. Like, you got to come over here. But over here, you're pretty much right in front of a window. Whereas if you went somewhere else, you weren't. So they got me to come over, and I come over, but then it was like, oh, like I was right. So what was happening is it was like shaking and really loud, and the, like, it was like hail coming down like really hard and fast. And strangely, this weekend, starting tonight, where I'm at, we are supposed to be getting a hurricane. Now, I'm not sure. There was a warning out today telling people to stay in their homes and be ready for at least 72 hours for supplies. Now, I've heard like others say that it's supposed to be, they've been saying a Category 4 hurricane, but I don't know. I'm prepared because you never know what's going to happen, because things have shifted route before. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to observe it. And I have no control over it. So what's going to happen is it's going to happen. But that was my dream. And the person said that was at the house, it's like, oh, well, it's happened because so-and-so is angry. Well, Fiona is angry. Remember the movie Shrek? Fiona was a princess. I remember that because, like, the king and queen didn't want Fiona to be with Shrek because Shrek wasn't human or gorgeous or anything like that. But like Fiona, her other part was an ogre. So Fiona fell in love with an ogre and became an ogre. Right? I know that's like, well, what's that have to do with this? But it has to do with, like, just, I don't know. I guess I like the movie. Some people use other aspects of the movie. like I've used the movie Monsters Inc. Remember when they were scaring the kids? Well, our kids, and we were kids. Um, it's time to change that. Now, also, I kind of want to touch base on another thing that's happening with regards to our kids. Okay. And how I said yesterday about they are putting men and women against each other. And it's like, what have you. So when the families break up, okay, because I was a family law legal assistant back in 2005 to 2006 until I had my car accident. And I always wanted to do it because I wanted to help the kids. Help the kids, not the parents, but the kids. Until I realized that, wait a minute, the justice system or the system wasn't there to help the kids. It was all about greed. I knew one lawyer that wasn't, because that lawyer did not ask me for any money. And he was the reason I got into family law, because I seen that he was a good lawyer. And then I got with this one, and it really perturbed me because I had one client come and they called and they asked about, well, they said that they had a legal aid certificate and it was a child protection case and they needed a lawyer. So I took it to the person I was working for. And when I brought it to their attention, they kind of went like this. And they're like, well, at $60 an hour for 7 hours, and I don't really have to do anything, yeah, I'll take it. And I was just like, and I give them the dirty look. I turned around and I walked back in my office and I closed my door. And then I kept realizing, and I had my car accident, and I know what I had gone through family law, because what they like to do is they like it, and you probably notice it because you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for a lawyer, but what they're doing is they're purposely screwing up documentation, because every time they screw it up, well, that's not right. So you got to go back, and then you keep paying money and money and money and money, and then you got this big bill, and then they're telling you, because when I divorced, I went to the lawyer and I said, like, hey, I just want a divorce. I'm not going for anything. And they're like, well, you should go for this. You should go for that. You are entitled to getting it. I said, I don't care. I don't want it. I come into the marriage with nothing. Then I guess I'm going to leave with nothing. Which they couldn't comprehend that. They still kept wanting to try to get the conflict going. And that's what happens. We're in conflict right now. Whether it's the mother being home and the father saying, well, you should be working, or the father being home and the mother saying, you should be working, or both parents are out working and they don't have time for one another anymore. And they don't have time for their kids. Well, these pictures here showed me what's been going on that they've been hiding from us. And now people are waking up and they're seeing the truth. And people were calling hippies tree huggers and what have you. Well, I love those tree huggers because those tree huggers had it right all along. Okay, it was to stop the corruption, the greed. Okay, I'm not saying everyone is good because you got your good with your bad, right? Like anything. Can go overboard in some things. But when you work together and in a unit, in unity, and you put family first, family should always be first and foremost. Okay? If family needs help, we help family. We're all family. People may say, oh, well, Joe Blow down the road, that's not my family. Well, yeah, they are. Because we are all family. We all share originally the same DNA. Mriskarhei. Bukushklen, Kitutria Kriai, Nikatai, Iskiai. It's like namaste on the beach. Right? So this is what we're seeing now. Oh. Well, okay. That's weird. Okay. So whatever. But anyways, this is what we're seeing now. Okay. And some of us are already seeing this. Okay. So this is what's here, what's coming, what's already here. They're just throwing things in the way to keep you from seeing what's really going to happen. So stay strong. Know that you have the psychic in you. Meditate. Meditation is actually really good. I meditate. And when I meditate, it's like, well, a lot of time I feel like air anyways, but when I meditate, it's just like I can feel expansion. I can feel like just everything relaxed and I'm just in the moment. Right now, a lot of times I feel like a blonde airhead. And that's okay. Because it's part of the ascension process. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you at that because I'm not sure what time the storm is going to start. And right now I have my TV on water. It's a very pretty scene, as you can see. Okay. So I have it on the water because I like water sounds and I like bird sounds. Okay. And pretty soon I'll be turning that off and waiting to hear the rain, to hear Mother Nature, like not just on the TV. but I love hearing rain because it's very relaxing. But you all know that. Spend this time with family. Put away your games, computer games. Have a board game with your family. But don't fight over who's winning or losing. Just have fun. Right? Give your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your children. Give them a hug. And tell them you love them and mean it. Because I've said to other people that actions speak louder than words. You can say, I love you, I love you, I love you until you're blue in the face. But actions speak louder than words. And I strongly believe that this is what God is testing us with. Right now, I just have 2 flies doing the nasty dirty on the keyboard of my computer. No such things as coincidences, just synchronicities, right? Well, I guess with that being said, that was kind of a laugh for me, and sort of like being here and doing this is like a highlight to my day, and being able to express to you guys that, okay, this is what's happening. The truth is being unveiled, and people are bringing it out. You listen to it or you don't. It's up to you. But just be ready, because we're all in a really big test. And some used to say that it's survival of the fittest, but everyone can survive. Just go within and find the truth, realize the truth, and just observe it and let it pass. Don't let it bother you, because we've all been through this a number of times. As I stated, future proofs past. We've been through it, only this time, like it got stopped. And this time, the consciousness, it can't be. And I know that if you set your mind to anything, you can do anything, and you can get through anything. I love you all, and I'm sending you all much love and light, many blessings. Most importantly, very good health. Beresken ikweleshkale kuriam kitutumani kititiski tikinoshkala akria totoyakre mikitaya sekolea shkolea kamekatuhiye esalala lokomekatoyela hisha. Oh yes, and I started learning this because I said I was going to let you know the parts of the psychic part. Well, this is part of it. And the signing, like I said, just come about a couple months ago. The speaking, the language, it started back in mid 2020. I was sitting in front of the TV watching Ancient Aliens, and hieroglyphic come up, and I just started talking weird language. I thought I was talking gibberish until, well, that is gonna modoskele nat ekututoria pare. Kenamata, leskeria totoria skera nukria totekria mute elai. Ekotai. Kriaska no nukriaska. Hello. Love you all.